Brilliance Audio presents
Mrs. Pollifax Pursued by Dorothy Gilman. Friday. Prologue. Henry Bidwell was rich, but this was of little consequence to him since he had always been rich. What mattered most to him was that he was successful in his work, his wealth increasing each day as a result of his own clear thinking, acute judgments, and calculations. He held a vital position in Claiborne Osborne International, a conservative investment and holding company that prided itself on its global connections and was dedicated to making even more money smoothly, discreetly, and with well-concealed ruthlessness. He traveled abroad frequently to inspect these varied interests and to investigate new acquisitions, moving in a world made seamless by ease and convenience. On this late Friday afternoon in April, before departing from his desk, he checked his calendar, noted that his wife was entertaining a dozen people for dinner that evening, and that he could anticipate a weekend of golf. As he nodded with satisfaction, his phone rang, and he frowned. His secretary had already left for the day, and he did not appreciate phones that rang without Miss Ferguson's intervention. Nevertheless, he picked up the receiver.
"Bidwell here?"
And listened to the voice at the other end, murmured,
"I understand. You can't tell me when?" "Of course, yes."
And hung up. Following a glance at his gold Breitling watch, he brushed a speck of lint from his Armani suit and picked up his briefcase, knowing that his chauffeur, Georges, would arrive punctually in 5 minutes. Walking to his private elevator, he descended 18 floors to the lobby, made his exit through the bank of glass doors, and walked out into the pleasant, late-afternoon sunlight. His limousine had not yet pulled into the no-parking space opposite the lobby doors. At the moment, the space had been usurped by a dirty white van with a misspelled Chiggy Scap Metal painted on its panel. The driver of the van, giving him a sharp glance, looked a cheeky fellow in a ragged cap. His confederate had just walked around the van to its rear and was unlocking and opening the 2 rear doors. Bidwell stepped to the edge of the sidewalk.
"Look here, my good man. You can't stop here. Can't you read? No parking allowed."
The man gave him a mocking glance.
"Put your head in a bucket, mister."
"The law is very strict. On this street especially, the police—"
The man narrowed his eyes and moved toward him aggressively.
"Yeah?"
Bidwell retreated a step from the curb, but the man followed, thrusting his face close to Bidwell's.
"Yeah?"
He lifted a dirty hand to shake a filthy rag in Bidwell's face. It was at this moment that Bidwell realized he had misunderstood the situation, that this confrontation had been planned. It was premeditated, because something was certainly wrong.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?